Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment. It's time for another 2017 NFL Draft Scouting Report, and today we're talking about tight end O.J. Howard out of Alabama. O.J. Howard has been rising up draft boards lately, and deservedly so. Everyone's figuring out how much of a beast he could be at the NFL level and how much he looks like a better pro prospect than he was a college player. We're going to talk about him today. Tight end, 6'6", 251 pounds. Wow, okay? And he has plenty of athleticism with that size. That is very good size for a tight end. Now, some believe he should put on some weight. I could maybe buy into 5 or 10 pounds, putting on some more muscle, some more strength. But man, this is great size for a tight end. His 2016 stats were not prolific. Only 595 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns. But we want to blame some of that on Alabama's poor quarterback play. I know a lot of you guys like Jalen Hurts. Personally, I don't think he's very good at all. But yeah, so the quarterback play wasn't great. And Alabama is not known for throwing the football often. So I will give him some slack there. Look at his 40-yard dash, 4.51. Wow. Okay, that is faster than a lot of wide receivers in the NFL. Faster than Mike Williams out of Clemson. Faster than possibly even Corey Davis out of Western Michigan. I mean, we're talking about a guy that, as a wide receiver, would be one of the faster wide receivers in this draft and even in the NFL. Faster than guys like Michael Thomas, possibly a Brandon Marshall at this stage of his career, and a bunch of other guys as well. Let's look at his strengths. Again, that size and speed combination. To be 6'6", and run a 4.51 40, man, you have my attention. But he also has good hands. I mean, this is a guy that has soft hands, has natural hands, doesn't let the football come into his body, catches with his hands softly and nicely. And also, he's a good run and pass blocker. All right, I mean, you want a tight end, you want a guy that's going to be able to run and pass block for you. You can't just have a guy that's just going to be a pass catcher. I mean, you can, but you prefer some run blocking, pass blocking ability as well. And he gives you that. Now, he's not great. Okay, he's not going to be a guy that just absolutely wrecks opposing defensive ends and linebackers and just moves them out of the way, a road grader or something like that. But man, the guy's good. He's not a bulldozer, but he certainly holds his own in run and pass blocking. But when we look at his weaknesses, I think he could be more physical. You know, I'm hearing some people saying O.J. Howard would be like Rob Gronkowski. No way in hell, because he's nowhere near as physical as Rob Gronkowski. Gronk is a guy that will run people over. O.J. Howard is more of a finesse tight end to me, at least in the open field, where, I mean, he can, reach contact with guys and maybe even break them off of a tackle, but he's mainly going to get his yards not from after contact to me. I think he can be more physical. Even in blocking, again, I don't think he's a great run blocker or a great pass blocker. I think he can be a little more physical with linebackers and defensive ends at the line of scrimmage, and you creating some more yards either for his running backs or giving his quarterback some more time to throw the football and being more physical in run and pass blocking. I think he could have that ability. I mean, again, he's 251 pounds. He's 6'6". He has long arms. He has big hands. I don't know why this is a problem for him that I see from him, but I think he could certainly be more physical with the size this guy has. He should be definitely more physical in the run and passing game. Look at his route running. I don't think it's great, and it's definitely not extensive. Alabama had him run maybe like 4 routes, okay? He'd run the occasional go route, maybe like some sort of flat, which they just kept running over and over and over, and then maybe some other stuff as well, like maybe the occasional play-action play in which he moves 10 yards upfield and then will turn into a 7 route or something like that. But man, his route running is not great right now. It's not bad, but it's not very crisp, and his route tree isn't very extensive. So I think he really needs to learn the route tree, expand his route tree repertoire when he gets to the next level. Although, when he did go to the Senior Bowl practices, he was running a good amount of routes out there during practice, and he looked damn good. So it's not that much of a weakness. Look at a pro comparison. How about Jimmy Graham and Greg Olsen? Jimmy Graham being a guy that has great size and really over 1,000-yard receiver now, multiple years in the NFL, and has been a weapon for Drew Brees and now Russell Wilson, and Greg Olsen, who has been a consistent weapon for Cam Newton. Now, I think Greg Olsen is a better blocker than O.J. Howard, and I think Jimmy Graham is a worse blocker. I think he's exactly somewhere in the middle between both of these men, and if he can be anywhere near as good as it comes to receiving ability, then we're going to have a good play here at O.J. Howard. Let's move on to his best fits. The Jacksonville Jaguars, who just traded away Julius Thomas. Why not get a new and possibly improved version in Julius Thomas in O.J. Howard? We have the New York Jets, who have needed a tight end for years now. I think they have the worst tight ends in the NFL. I don't think it's close. I know they have Austin Seferian-Jenkins. I don't care. How about O.J. Howard going to the New York Jets? How about the New Orleans Saints, who, yes, they signed Coby Fleener last year, but he didn't do great for them. If Drew Brees wants to rekindle love for a tight end, who better than O.J. Howard? And then the Tennessee Titans, who are looking for a partner to Delanie Walker in that tight end group in Tennessee. Tennessee loves to use tight ends. Why not take O.J. Howard and have O.J. Howard and Delanie Walker be great weapons for Marcus Mariota? Prospect grade, it's a 90. I mean, this guy's a great prospect, man. He could develop into a consistent Pro Bowler, possibly All-Pro, top 5 to 7 at his position, and possibly even top 3 at his position at, well, I really like O.J. Howard, but I didn't talk about this, but there's one thing I forgot to mention when it came to weaknesses. There is some questions as it pertains to his love for the game, for his intensity, for his drive, passion. His snaps during his senior season were less than his junior season, and he doesn't appear to have that same fire that a lot of Alabama players have. So the question is, with O.J. Howard, does he want to be great? If he does, man, that guy's going to be great. If he puts in the time, the effort, in the weight room, gets stronger, gets more physical out on the football field, then definitely O.J. Howard's going to be a great tight end. But if he just continues to rely on nothing other than his athleticism, I mean, he'll be very good. I mean, again, he has good hands and great size and speed, but will he be great? Will he be that Pro Bowl guy if he's only having Blake Bortles at quarterback? So that's the question there. But I mean, I like O.J. Howard. I think this guy's very good. So to conclude, with elite size and speed and a good tight end skills already, O.J. Howard has all the tools to be an elite tight end who has a huge impact on the game. And again, if he wants to be great, he'll be great. He'll be a great tight end. He'll make multiple Pro Bowls. He'll have a great career. And if he can get with the right quarterback, maybe even a Hall of Fame career. I really like O.J. Howard. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on O.J. Howard, the tight end out of Alabama. What are your thoughts? Comment down below. I want to know. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and most importantly, to subscribe. This has been a 2017 NFL Draft Scouting Report on Sports Fan Entertainment, and I'm out. Peace.